Hey friends. Hello, hello. Let me put my mic closer. Closer and closer, she'll find. Closer and closer from your arms. That's not even how the song goes. I done mixed two songs. Faster and faster, she'll find. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm running. Hi, Brittany. Give y'all a couple minutes to get up in here. We just chit-chatting. So today we're doing like a spiritual chit-chat slash Q&A. You know, a little conversation. We're gonna chat upon some things. It's good. How was your day? Juju is playing. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he is playing. If y'all hear him skittling and skedaddling along. Alright, so today we're going to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, as long as it is spiritually aligned. If I channel messages, then I channel messages, and I'll tell y'all whatever comes out, but we're not doing no tarot today. But we can just talk about everything that's going on in the world, how y'all feeling, what y'all are thinking. Got a couple more seconds. Hope everyone is staying hydrated. Hey, Coco. Did you say ma'am? Is that what that says? Where's my Discord homies? I wonder if I can pull Discord up on my computer too. We gonna see. All right, what's up, girl, boyfriend, and they, them? How y'all doing? Well, I hope it's your girl, Savy from Savy Sentient. And welcome to today's live. And in today's live, we are just having a spiritual chit chat. So we're going to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We're going to talk about how y'all are feeling, what's been on your mind, some of the thoughts you may have been having, what are the spiritual implications about what's going on in the world. And maybe some of y'all just need, some motivation to stay positive in all of the chaos that's going on. Understandably so. And this is why I'm here. Perhaps I can lend some perspective to you as it pertains to what all we got going on in this world. Help you all hold your heads. So let's get into it. What kind of questions do y'all have? All ignorant comments and questions will be immediately blocked. This ain't the place. I'm not the one. So keep it cute. And let's get into it, y'all. Thank you, man. So, there is quite a bit happening in the world today. I think that we are in very interesting times. Personally, as a Gemini with an Aquarius moon and a Sagittarius rising, I'm here for everything that's happening. Okay? Because I understand that the chaos, we got to thrive through the chaos to get to the peace. We got to thrive through the chaos to get to a better time. But how y'all feeling? What's on your minds? Let me see if I can pull up the Discord. If you all would like to join the Discord, it's in the description box below. All right, let me see your question. One second. I don't know why they not let me in. Can I log in with? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. All right, so is it Rima? Oh, Rim account 4440. This is one of those questions that one could ask if the Most High was, is, and always will be, why does the Bible have an end? That's a very excellent question. Here's my opinion. Here is my immediate thought. Because the Bible is not about the Most High. The Bible is a man-made artifact. And while it may contain potentially true stories, it is not about the Most High. This, okay. Now you're making me feel like I want to be high. Now you're making me feel like I want to be high. Okay. So, on my spiritual journey, I've gone from being a Christian, a skeptical Christian, to not having any system at all that I believe in or deal with, but still understanding that I'm connected to some source of energy, because I've had spiritual gifts my whole life, and I understood, even without trusting the teachings of church, I understood that there is a higher source that I'm connected to, and that these gifts originate from that. And on my journey, I've come to realize that, or understand, or believe that Christ consciousness makes more sense than the Christian religion. And that the Most High is your highest self connected. You reaching Christ consciousness is your highest self. Was Jesus Christ a real person that existed? Possibly. If he was, I believe that he was a spiritualist. I believe that he was just like a lot of us who have mediumistic gifts, clairvoyance, the ability to channel, necromancy abilities, clear hearing, smelling, tasting, all of the clairs. Like, and I believe that following your spiritual journey and ascending to certain levels of consciousness and eventually reaching the highest level of consciousness is when you reach Christ consciousness. I don't think that the Bible that we have today is dictating how you can actually achieve Christ consciousness. I think that there's a lot of good tenets. I think that it is a great guideline for you, but I don't think that it fully can encapsulate you getting to where you're needing to be. So I think that the Bible ends because the Bible has very little to do with the Most High. Those of us who are hoodoos, and those of us who practice other type of occult practices, regard the Bible as a manual, a spell book. Like, it's not really regarded as law, right? So that's why I think it has a beginning and an end, because I think it is just one of many, 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 many books that can assist in guiding you to your higher self. But I don't think that it is the book. Even within the Bible, many other gods are acknowledged. And I think that's many other paths that you can follow to ascend. And that's my opinion. What y'all think? Popcorn, kettle corn, actually. Y'all want to know what else, though? I kind of feel like also, because the Bible is a work that has been manipulated over time, I think that it's also a playbook. I think that when we experience certain things, like events that seem to indicate the end of times, I think it's orchestrated. I think they always knew that they were going to do certain events, or that this book instructed them to make certain things. So so that we would feel like we're in the end of times and they could control us with fear. I think it's a big orchestration. All paths lead to God. Ashe. Ashe. And even deeper than that, the things that you experience, the traumas that you overcome, they are a path that you follow, full of obstacles that you overcome, and they help you ascend to the next level of your consciousness. Like everything you go through in life, all those narcissists, if you're like me, all those narcissists that you've dated and beat, overcome, were a level, a step up in your consciousness. All those parenthood wounds, all the back and forth beefs with your mom and your dad, the final cutoff, the no contact, the feeling okay and healing from those wounds and being able to live your life without having to have contact with your parents, finding new like mentors and elders that provide you with love instead of your toxic parents, like finding that kind of stuff in life. I feel like it's obstacles that you overcome that help you ascend. I think religion, it really limits our ability more than it supports it. Some more than others. Abrahamic religions more so than others. I think that like Buddhism is more on the right path. Not that I want to be a Buddhist either, but I just feel like we're so much bigger. Our potential, our spirit is so much bigger than having to be confined by limitations of spiritual laws given to us by churches or religion, whatever the case. And I say that because I've experienced a lot of shit on my spiritual journey, and I've seen what we are capable of as spirits having a human experience. I've seen what our spirit can do even in the confines of the human body. The human body is a cage. I've seen what we could do outside of that cage. So I really feel like religion is low-key limiting us in our potential. This is your sandbox. Do not get out. Hi, Frankie. Thank you, Frankie. Very much so. I don't know where y'all all are on your spiritual journey. I feel like we're in different places. I feel like a lot of y'all can relate to me more than some of you. I think some of you all may have had very similar experiences with me. So some of the things I say won't miss you. But there are certain things on this journey that you just have to experience. And then shit starts making sense. Then the things that your elders say start making sense. Then some of the things that you've learned through your religions stop making sense. And you're like, hold on. I call religion spiritual oppression and spiritual energetic expression. Levi said, Ashe. I've heard you say this before. Would you define and translate? Yes, forgiveness has given me a quick path to ascension. Levi, I don't know your racial makeup, but Ashe is a spiritual term. from African traditional religions. It's like saying so mote it be, or and it will be. It's a affirmation, or it's like saying period. A period in a spiritual way. Like manifesting abundance, Ashe. I am about to get money, period. All abundance will be mine, so mote it be. Like, it's like that. You're searching for the appearance of your ancestors, as in you want them to manifest physically in front of your eyes. Is that what you mean? Here, Hazel, let me share popcorn with you. If you're trying to manifest the appearance of your ancestors, like make them show up in the 3D world, like a physical manifestation, y'all gotta be careful what you ask for. Because you gotta be ready to see that. I think the way that your ancestors contact you best is through whatever one of your clairs are the strongest when you start your ancestral veneration. I'm a clairvoyant, so my primary gifts, even though I have pretty much all of them at different times, my primary gift though is the gift of sight. I've always had it. However, the one thing that my gift of sight has not yet done is show me someone in the 3D. I mean someone who's no longer in the land of living in the 3D. They show me people all the time. Like people's true colors all the time. But I think that just goes back to like my first big death. My aunt, when she passed, she came to see me when she passed. I felt her in my room. I felt her lean over my bed. I was too scared to see her. But I know if I would have took my head from under those blankets and opened my eyes, I would have seen her clear as day. But I was terrified. I was too scared to see her. I don't know why. I didn't have the understanding of death then like I do now. But I kind of feel like the reason why I have yet to see any ancestors in the 3D is because of that experience. I don't know. I be feeling like I'm ready to see them now, like for them to manifest. But maybe they don't think so because they ain't done it yet. But they have shown me my whole lineage in like 30 seconds. Like every woman in my lineage, it was like a flash show. Like I was going to sleep and I just saw all of them all the way back to Africa, like all the way back in that quick of time. I was like, whoa. And I don't know, like, was that them or was that every iteration of me in past lives? But they showed it to me real fast, like but you got to be careful what you're asking for, and you got to be ready to see them. They will show up to you in dreams though. If you really want to see them and you want it to be gentle, ask them to come in a dream. I've had one of my ancestors look exactly like my cousin come and sit next to me when I was going to sleep and try to have a conversation with me. I didn't even remember that until recently when I seen it in my Facebook memories. So they will come chit chat with you if you want them to, but you just got to make sure you're ready to see what they want you, what you asking for. Levi, what's your is that a lotus flower? Your emoji? I mean your little, I got your little profile pic thing. some more popcorn, Mama? Here's some popcorn for Hazel. Aww, that's nice. So beautiful. Girl, if I had to choose, then I know. Alright, maybe I could do the Discord through here. I'm trying to see if I go to the description box. Can I join the Discord from there? I think I don't remember my password. What other kind of, I'm already in there. Talk about creative account. What other questions do y'all have? Or do I need to drop a question? They do have an option for me to drop a question. Let's do some 21 questions, spiritual style. Okay, so I want to know, y'all on TikTok? Y'all on TikTok? I've been recently seeing on TikTok, and being that I've always been a conspiracy theorist, I fully believe this. Because what we've been coming to find out recently is that a lot of these conspiracy theories been coming out to be true. But word in the TikTok streets is that there's actually a bunker underneath the White House ballroom, and that the ballroom is not being renovated. The bunker is being reinforced. What do y'all think about that? Because I just don't see your boy as a ballroom kind of guy. I just don't really see him getting ready to shake a tail feather and needing to have a beautiful new ballroom to do that in. Also, they're saying that the ballroom wouldn't even be complete until after his presidency is over. And the speculation is that he's going to try to stay in the bunker to avoid leaving the White House because he is fully trying to become a dictator. Hey, Sabrina. What are y'all thoughts on that? Is it a ballroom or is it a bunker? Is he trying to barricade himself in and never leave the White House? What do y'all think? Hoodoo. Hoodoo is Hoodoo. You can absolutely make a doll of yourself. TV, movies have demonized voodoo and hoodoo and most spiritual traditions from Africa. And so what we see on TV is that voodoo dolls are used to manipulate people, whatever the case is. So the correlation between a voodoo doll, when you see it, and you making one of yourself, you're probably thinking that it's a bad idea because you think it's something evil, because that's what you were taught. That's what this country, this world has kind of manipulated us into believing. But it's really all about intention. You can make a voodoo doll, or a puppet is what it's actually called, for good, and you can make it for other things. It's just a matter of intention. You can make one for healing. You can make one for money. You can make one for anything you could light a candle for. So it's just another avenue to do work. It's not good or bad. It's about your intention. Hazel's staring me down for some popcorn. She's so greedy. She said, Mama, share me. Share me, Mama. You know I love popcorn. But also, I will give you a disclaimer. If you're not black, you should not be doing hoodoo. More specifically, if you are not a descendant of chattel slavery in America, if your ancestors were not enslaved by the colonizers of this country, you should not be practicing hoodoo. It's a closed practice. You said bunker over ballroom. Oh my. Do you think it's a bunker, or do you think it's a ballroom? Are you saying you think it's a bunker? Like, do we know him to be a dancing man? Do we know him to be that invested in ballroom events? All we know him to do is eat McDonald's and golf. Like, why are you destroying the White House? Some chips? I don't got no chips. We got popcorn over here. And water. Popcorn and water. Mama, you trying to fight Juju? Juju just wants some popcorn. He probably not even gonna eat it. Here, Juju. I don't think cats eat popcorn. We finna find out today. He smelled it and looked at us like, what the fuck are y'all eating? Juju really act like he better than us. He be looking down on us and shit. But he almost just died. He almost fell off the balcony. Because why would you be walking on the outside of the balcony? And then when I saw him and started calling him, he almost slipped off. Remember that? Remember yesterday? When he almost ended it all? He probably wouldn't have 86 to self, but he might have got hurt. We're not that high up, but still. High enough. High enough, Droopy. High enough. You look at me like, okay. Why are you telling my business? But yeah, what was I saying before the whole... What y'all think? Y'all think he gonna try to be a dictator forever? So in Haiti, there was this one dictator. What's this man's name? He what's this man's name? I can't remember his name right now. But Duvalier, Papa Doc. So he I guess he was like voted president or something. And then he basically changed the laws to where he would be like the president forever. He basically made himself a dictator of Haiti for many, many years and terrorized the population of Haiti. And as soon as I heard your boy talking about there ain't gonna be no more elections, I immediately thought of Papa Doc, and I figured that that's what he was trying to do. And so now I'm kind of feeling like he's trying to copy Papa Doc's playbook, but I guess he probably didn't read the book all the way through, because Papa Doc ended up getting chased out of Haiti. The people wasn't with it. And the way things are going currently, I don't even think it's going to take that long, if that's what they think they're finna do. I don't think it's going to take that long for the people to be like, hell no. Because the way that they acting in these cities with ICE, not going to lie, I'm kind of proud. The fact that people are like actively stalking them and not letting them into buildings and bullying them, like that's what revolution is supposed to look like. And I'm really proud, because I didn't think people was really gonna do what it took to make sure that we stay a free nation. But I see y'all out here. I see y'all out here working. Look at you, blocked. That's so cute. I guess you didn't get the memo. Dumb shit gets immediately blocked. Well, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all still here? Y'all still with me? Y'all just looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. What we doing? Is everybody in here subscribed? Because I think I'm going to put it on subscriber mode. Because people don't know how to act when you give them a little freedom. Why you blocked? So many questions. Look at her. Look at her. Right. Do I believe in past lives? Yeah. I think reincarnation makes a lot of sense. And in a lot of African traditional religions, reincarnation is a thing. It's only in like Christianity and Abrahamic religion that it's not a thing. I think a lot of religions believe in reincarnation. It's just Western religion that doesn't. I've even accessed information from my previous incarnations. And I don't know if y'all follow me on TikTok. I don't know if I posted it here. But there's a TikTok, I think it's one of my pinned TikToks, where there's a baby's footprints in my apartment. I don't have children. I lived alone. All I have is these two little heathens. And at the time, I only had Hazel and a stray cat that came and went as he pleased. I woke up one morning after a TikTok live where I was doing some channeling and mediumship and stuff like that. And when I went to sleep, I heard something like rustling outside of my door, like in the papers, like my shipping materials for my business. I heard rustling, and I'm just like, that's just the spirits, as long as they don't come in here. Like, if my room door was closed, that was the rule. If my room door is closed, then the spirits are not allowed to come in. They're not allowed to communicate with me or bother me when my room door is closed. And so I heard like them outside of my room. I heard the rustling of the papers. And when I woke up in the morning and I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, I looked down on my floor. I had like faux wood floor or whatever. And there was like 3 baby footprints on the floor. And at the time, I didn't know who they belonged to. But when I was talking to my ancestors, my high ancestor told me that that was actually my child from the life I had before this one. It might not have been right before this one. It might have been the one before that one, because the one right before this one, I think I only was 15 years old when I died. So the one before that one, I had a little boy, and he was murdered, and he came back to me this time. And that's whose footprints those were. So not only do we have past lives, in Ifa tradition, or like Yoruba tradition, we have something called Agun. Well, Agun is ancestors. What is it called? Basically, it's like your spiritual family, like spirits that you were connected with before you came here, that still know you and still remember you and still want to be a part of your life. So they will follow you into this lifetime and interact with you. That baby is one of those. I forget what it's called. It's not Agun, because Agun is ancestors. But it's, I can't remember the term right now. I can't remember the term. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't think it's in here. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to remember what it is, and then I'm going to be so mad. And I use it all the time, like when I'm just talking casually, but of course, as soon as I want to tell y'all about it, I can't remember the term. Your husband is 5 years younger than you, and you tease him about being 5 years later sometime. Okay. Not being late. But the one thing though about like spirit, I'm not gonna say age don't matter, because it does. Morality, legally, okay, it does matter, but it's more so a matter of time. Like your time on this earth versus the wisdom that you have spiritually don't have to be relative. Like you can be very young and very wise and very old and have no wisdom at all. That's why we have like kids that come into the world and they seem to be older than their years or wise beyond their years, because their spirits are old. Their spirits have wisdom. What do y'all think about energy harvesting? Do y'all think that a lot of what's happening is the powers that be trying to energy harvest us? That's another thing that's been going around the internet, TikTok streets for a while now as well. But I would like to know what y'all thoughts are about that. Do y'all know what it is? Do y'all believe that that's what's happening? I think I kind of spoke about it before, like during the reading. So, one of the ways that they're speaking about energy harvesting right now is with this whole food stamp debacle, right? They think that this is another way that they're trying to get people riled up and fear-mongering them to harvest energy. Not saying that the TikToks are not going away, but somebody brought up a very valid point. Why would they not just cut them off? Like when you have food stamps and they're gonna run out, they just run out. Yeah, they could tell you, but the way that they're telling us is like in a fear-mongering kind of way. Like, everyone be scared. We're gonna take your food stamps. You're gonna go hungry. But they don't tell us about the backup money that is, there's a backup fund that's specifically created to be available in the case of like government shutdowns and stuff. But they're not talking about that. And in fact, when we've had government shutdowns before, it didn't stop the food stamps. And the reason why is because of that backup fund. But now they're not talking about the backup fund. They're just trying to fearmonger everybody and make them think that their food stamps are not going, that their food stamps are going away. Why would they do that? Like, there's such a lack of compassion in the way that they're treating the citizens, and they're always just fear mongering. I think that this is a energy harvesting effort too. I think most of what this group is doing is an energy harvesting effort. And I also believe that they're at the end of their reign and they're desperate and they need our energy. And this is why they're so upset that a lot of people are not giving them any energy at all. I think we're starving them out energetically. I'm focused on putting in love. Fear is a mongering beach. Sounds like Monster Inc. Can't wait until the masses are laughing and tip the capacity towards upliftment. Well, on that note, one thing I am seeing is, I posted it in my story yesterday. Someone was in like a Facebook group or something, and someone in the group decided that they were going to volunteer to take anybody in the group who like relies on food stamps and who needs help or whatever. They were going to get groceries for them too for the month of November. So like if they shopped at the same stores, they would have like a list or like take this person with them. I guess it depends on how close they are or whatever. But basically they were going to choose one person to shop for the month of November. So if I went to Costco, I would take one other person with me to Costco and share like my groceries with them so that their household had groceries. And other people in that group decided to do the same thing. Another thing, since they want to cut off people's resources, a lot of people are talking about boycotting the holidays. Which, like, how many turkeys have we all had? How many dressings and all of that? How many holiday dinners have we had in the years that we've been alive? It really wouldn't hurt nobody to boycott the holiday season. Black Friday, we don't have to go. We don't have to buy no turkeys, hams. We can all have burritos during the holidays. Enchilada nights. But we do not have to buy any of their holiday things. And I love that. I think that what was not expected by them is that so many people so quickly would actually start sticking together. They put in so much work to be divisive with the whole Republican Democrat thing, left and right thing, gay trans versus white nationalist. Like, they try so hard to divide us using all these titles, all these labels. And I think that they never really expected that in a time of need that any of us would link up and help each other. And I think we need to do more of that. That's what we need to be focusing on. Especially when the healthcare starts being affected. I think we need to see a lot more people, doctors, nurses, people in the medical field who have knowledge providing services to people who wouldn't normally get it. Recently, DoorDash has decided to basically give free meals to like so many millions of people. and they're using their platform to like pick up meals from food banks all across the country. I don't think that they expected that. And I just feel like as a country, America, the people, are going to keep on doing things that are unexpected. They're going to keep on coming together in ways that are unexpected. I really feel like the old tricks are failing. The old ways to antagonize the public and make them turn against each other are failing. I think that people are awakening and they're realizing, not all of them, because I still get frustrated with a lot of people, but they are starting to realize that it don't matter who you voted for or who you didn't vote for, or like the whole left and right shit is irrelevant. And not in the sense of like, not irrelevant in the sense of like a lot of people chose what we're currently going through. Nah, we need to hold those people accountable for sure. But what I'm saying is it's so much bigger than MAGA or not. It's so much bigger than owning the libs, and it's so much bigger. Like, that's just another way that they're dividing us. And I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to that. And I really love that. Like the way that I am like living for this era, even though it seems chaotic. Aquarius. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, but the way that I'm really living for this time period with my Aquarius moon, it's like, yeah, I understand it's chaotic, but I'm living for it because I know that it's the gateway to a new world, to new systems. Like, this old system has to fall. All right, have a good night, Levi. This old system has to fall in order for us to get where we're going and to have a better world. And they know that. And I think that's why they should. Let us rally for world peace. Funny. Sweet dreams. Any other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, feelings, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down at the hour mark. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. You can book a reading at SavySentient.com. But other than that, I guess I'll go ahead and go. And if y'all don't want to chit chat, you got 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Alright, gang. I guess I'll holler at y'all then. To the very next time I'll go live. I'm wishing you all love and light. Go get right. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, gang.